You read the title right. Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen go hand in hand and supplement the success of the other, and no, it's not because Jujutsu Kaisen has a Kurama equivalent in Sukuna, or a white-haired sensei that steals the show whenever on screen, or the fact that they both have brooding black-haired characters with an intense past. But when Naruto stopped airing in 2017, there was a huge gaping hole left in the anime industry. I mean, Naruto is the reason many of us even got into anime in the first place. Naruto is an icon in the West, and whilst airing, it was the biggest anime in the West by far, even surpassing One Piece, getting referenced in pop culture by athletes all over the world, but particularly in America. And for a lot of us, despite Naruto's flaws, especially the end with Black Zetsu, it's still my favorite anime ever, and after it was over, there really wasn't anything quite like it. My Hero Academia at the time often got compared to Naruto, but at the same time, during the seasons that followed the end of Naruto, My Hero became a lot more lighthearted and relaxed, and I know it's different now. I fully understand that. I read the manga, but for the most part, the anime really fell off for a lot of seasons and a lot of people, and it didn't really have the same effect it once did, and the Naruto comparison really just went out the window. The second answer could be Black Clover, but that's way too similar, and Black Clover does eventually get its own identity whilst keeping the same themes, but let's be real. The first 100 episodes of Black Clover felt like a sped run version of Naruto that was just way worse, and come on guys, it's Black Clover. And its popularity fell off a cliff, and during its finale arc that's going on right now in the manga, it's gotten moved out of Weekly Shonen Jump into V-Jump, and it never really picked up what you really would have thought, considering the hype going on in the manga, and considering the amount of marketing that went into Black Clover when it first came out. And then we get to the third and most logical answer of what could replace Naruto, and that answer is Boruto.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
So in order to understand the mess that is Boruto, you have to understand that it originated as a Naruto reskin, and then they wanted to transform it into a My Hero Academia-esque show with a bigger focus on the slice of life elements as well as the kid and their interactions. Then it turned into this Dragon Ball-esque show with robots, and now Kishimoto is back, and it seems like it's starting to achieve a real true identity. Don't get me wrong, from the anime perspective, Boruto is absolute dog shit. Even if you look at it through the lens of a slice of life, it is terrible. You look at it through the lens of a Naruto clone, it sucks. If you look at it through the most gracious and kind lens imaginable, it still sucks. How can you expect to follow up Naruto when the only thing you surpass it in is having a higher filler rate? Even if you're a Boruto defender, you can't really say it fills what Naruto left behind, because at the end of the day, it still is different, and a little later, I'll explain why Boruto was actually too scared to surpass Naruto, and it really could have been a good replacement if they changed this one thing. So that left a 3-year-long hiatus where Naruto was slipping into irrelevancy and becoming a part of the history of anime. And then in 2020, Jujutsu Kaisen came out and shook the world. There was nowhere you could hide from Jujutsu Kaisen. That image of Itadori on the subway was ingrained in the minds of everyone with one of the most iconic openings since Tokyo Ghoul, and it took over the masses. A pilot episode that encompassed everything an anime watcher would want in their first episode. First, it's real Japan, almost on the level of a slice of life with how accurate and real life it felt. And then there was a strong instances of humor, and then it wasn't like they were hiding Itadori being a physical specimen on an insane level. Then it's like these curses are the real deal, and you could tell you could actually die in the story, and most anime here probably would have had Megumi handle the curses and use it as a teaching moment for Itadori. They're like, nah, they about to die for real, and then Itadori pops that finger like he's dropping a perk, and Sukuna goes crazy, and then Gojo pops up and he's like, I can handle Sukuna no problem. You get so much from the first episode that hooked everyone, and as the anime progressed, the Naruto comparisons started rolling in. Itadori to Naruto is really interesting because Itadori has a somewhat similar personality, but he's much further ahead than Naruto in terms of power and skill, except Jujutsu Kaisen has a power scaling that is very much respected throughout the whole show, and Itadori is constantly put in positions where he's getting destroyed. So in many ways, he almost takes more L's than Naruto in the beginning, and of course Naruto is mainly about becoming Hokage. Itadori has way more of an Ichigo-esque motivation in terms of protecting his friends and being a good person. Then Sukuna to Kurama perspective is interesting too, but instead of it being tied to emotions in terms of Kurama taking over Naruto, it's locked into a contract which gives more depth to JJK's power system. And honestly, I know Kurama was terrifying in the beginning of Naruto, but I don't see Sukuna and Itadori ever becoming friends. And Gojo to Kakashi is the big one. It's such a similar vibe, but it's so different in execution because Gojo is a million times stronger than Kakashi in relation to their world, but they are both free-loving senseis that value their comrades over the objective truths and rules that ninjas and sorcerers live by. And Gojo literally being God and having to frustratingly work within the confines confines of the Jujutsu world's rules and elders, and he reacts to things the same way that you would think Kakashi would, and doing what he feels is right. And I think we can all assume in most scenarios, Kakashi and Gojo would have a lot of overlap in how they act. Megumi to Sasuke at face value seems like the most similar, but they're both some of the most compelling archetypes in anime. And there's a reason why every anime tries this trope, because when these characters lose, these skilled and talented characters that have such deep lineage and backstory and blood that would help them become the best and strongest in the world, it shows that even a genius can falter because these guys lose time and time again. And that's such an interesting dynamic. And even though they're too similar, I honestly like seeing it. I still like the archetype. Maybe I just enjoy the brooding hair, super special clan archetype in anime, but I thought it was just as good here as it is anywhere else. Chakra to curse energy is probably the most different, and I'm not even gonna like front. I'm not gonna attempt to speak on curse energy. I barely understand it. I like it. I like the main expansion, but I really don't understand it. It's sick though. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Come on, guys. Nobara is way better than Sakura. But if you missed the point, Jujutsu Kaisen bare bones on paper has a lot of similar aspects to Naruto, but at the same time, every component is different enough to make it more interesting. This is not a, yo, can I copy your homework and change it a little bit situation? Especially in season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen just reaches another level and really separates itself from Naruto in terms of structure and design. When talking about Jujutsu Kaisen being different, it would be impossible to not talk about the dark anime trend that it's really brought and prove that people would enjoy a darker shonen, with Chainsaw Man and Hell's Paradise being further proof of that. But Jujutsu Kaisen being darker twists on Naruto makes it a good bit more compelling than a straight up Naruto clone. At the time of me recording this, Itadori has just lost, and that leads me into wanting to talk about animation. Now, of course, Mappa is the GOAT. Mappa is the king. But on Twitter, a lot of people were saying that this fight was the most similar to something from Naruto that has come out in the anime world in a long time. And although I agree from a fight perspective, Naruto is still probably better. I mean, it was absolutely insane, the fights in Naruto. But Jujutsu Kaisen is presented in a way that feels like a cinematic experience, with the way the lighting is done, and the glowing neon lights of the subway, and the choice of colors, making it feels like I'm watching a movie every single episode in this world and story that is very similar to Naruto. And here's what I wanted to bring up with what Jujutsu Kaisen does that's really different from Naruto, and particularly Boruto, for a very specific instance. Boruto was so scared to remove Naruto from the story, and instead just powers up villains as well as Boruto and Kawaki become much stronger than Naruto to justify why Naruto can't just go and beat up any villain. There's so many BS moments and hard to watch arc watching Naruto and Sasuke struggle. This in part is from a misunderstanding of what Naruto fans wanted, because I think many fans would have accepted a simple answer from Naruto at the beginning of Boruto saying, you gotta do it your own way, and that being why he's not just gonna go and fight all of Boruto's fights for him. I would rather debate that than have Naruto and Sasuke be so weak and Boruto and Kawaki to be so strong, and instead they pull horseshit and power up everyone to make Naruto and Sasuke irrelevant. I wanted to compare Naruto being sealed to Gojo being sealed, because Naruto being sealed was really hard to watch. He straight up gets beat up, him and Sasuke, in a 2v1 against Jigen, and then when he gets unsealed, they're gonna 2v1 a stronger version of Jigen and Ishiki, and we're supposed to believe they have a chance. And it was really bad execution of stakes and tension, whereas Gojo being sealed was through him being caught off guard, and all of a sudden now all these characters are trapped in Shibuya in a sense, and Itadori just lost to a character whose name you probably didn't even know till the last episode. Toji is back, Mei's about to lose a Geto, Mahito is still on the loose, and you realistically have no idea how they're gonna win, but it feels way more intense. Whereas in Boruto, you know that Boruto's gonna win by some nonsense and there's gonna be some ass pull, and that's how it's gonna get concluded. I don't know if you're watching this thinking I'm way off, but when I watch Jujutsu Kaisen as a diehard Naruto fan, having watched and read the series front to back multiple times and keep up with Boruto, Jujutsu Kaisen feels like an extension to Naruto I always wanted, being so similar yet so different, with stunning animation as well as a second season that really diverges from Naruto and such high stakes every single episode, leaving me in awe every single time I turn it on. It's as if time moves at 100x speed and I blink and the episode is over and I'm left wanting more. I really feel that Jujutsu Kaisen had filled the hole left by Naruto ending with an industry-defining anime and manga that is making headlines every week that is really something special, with fights that are reminiscent of Naruto but done and executed in a way through animation that is way different than Naruto and way more of a cinematic experience. If you agree with me, let me know down below. If you think I'm way off, let me know down below as well. And if you want to watch something else, check out this video on Jujutsu Kaisen being the king of anime and better than even One Piece. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started, we're gonna stay consistent, and I will see you in the next video.